Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, Evelyn was exploring the Fade. We are looking for ways to help us defeat a demon to pass our Harrowing. We managed to get a very nice staff off of a Spirit of Valor. However, there's still this area that we have yet to explore. Who knows what could be down here? Oh, well, Spirit Wolves! Spirit Wolves are down here. And come on, take it out. There we go. And come on, Evelyn. Very nice. Oh, and you.
Done well.
Is that all of them? Appears so. I think we got another codex entry. Yes. Wolf. It is rather unfair, the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For a people that so clearly adore their hounds, Fereldans simultaneously harbour a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. From Legends of Ferelden by Mother Alis of Denerim, 910 Dragon. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happens rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight. When Darkspawn rise onto the surface, their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. In blights past, as the corruption of the Darkspawn spreads through the wilder areas of Thedas, it would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed into a more vicious and dangerous beast. A blight wolf is one such example. Mad with the pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of the Darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of its pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups, and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can, using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long. Very interesting. Okie doke. Let's see what these wolves were guarding.
Be cautious. There is another spirit here. Not the one hunting you, but still.
Not a spirit, a sloth demon.
So, you are the mortal being hunted. And the small one, is he to be a snack for me?
I don't like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
Are you here to help me? What kind of spirit are you? Why wait for scraps? Come get some now. What do you know about this demon? Just keep your distance. Ooh. This is a demon of sloth. So we should be wary. On the hierarchy of demons, sloth demons they're middle ground. They are intelligent. However, they are the first intelligent demons. They're really only dangerous when antagonized. So if we're chill with it, it should be chill with us. What do you know about this demon?
I know that you will fail your test, and he will eat you. Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. I tire of you already.
I need help defeating a demon. Why are you called Sloth? What are you? I need to go. I think Evelyn is weighing up the pros and cons of asking this thing for help. As I said, she's not willing to barter anything. If it starts saying, oh, well, I want this in return, at that point she's like, oh, hell no, I'm walking away, this isn't right. However, we are going to be fighting what Evelyn presumes to be a very powerful demon. And she just has a staff. Like, that's it. That's all she has on her. She does need aid. She doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to get possessed. She's gonna ask. There's no harm in asking. Again, why she's placing more trust in the sloth demon than Mouse is because, again, the sloth demon is representing itself accordingly. There is a certain level of honesty there. Not many things kind of make themselves look like a tiny little mouse. Especially if they've got like a humanoid form like Mouse has. She's kind of like, I don't trust you. I don't trust what you're saying. I don't really want you near me. This thing has a certain level of honesty that she's willing to at least inquire. I need help defeating a demon.
You have a very nice staff. Why would you need me? Go. Use your weapon, since you have earned it. Be valorous.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide?
Hiding doesn't solve anything. We need to face our fears. You could help me fight the demon. I thought you were here to help, but you're just a coward. Not number 3. Evelyn does not think this thing, whatever it is here to help. I don't think Evelyn is buying the whole, oh, I was like you, I'm an apprentice. Where are your apprentice robes? Those are the incorrect robes for an apprentice. What do you mean? So, and also the thing about how he's saying, like, oh, the Templars kill you if you take too long. Evelyn knows that isn't true. Evelyn, no, the Templars only kill you if you become an abomination. So that doesn't make any sense. He's saying things that would be very persuasive if you hated the circle, if you were really upset about your situation. And I think she's clued in enough, while she's in the Fade at least, to pick up on that. So her issue with Mouse is that she's like, you're either a spirit or a demon and you're lying to me. And I don't know why you're lying to me. And that is concerning. So she not number 3, she doesn't think he's here to help. I think she'd just get straight to business. She does not want to connect on an emotional level with this thing, so we just need to be very to the point. You could help me fight the demon.
It's true. I am quite powerful in this form. When I wish to be.
I welcome the opportunity, if it is my choice. The mages in the tower are quick to volunteer others as you well know, I'll try. I'll try to be a bear, if you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
Mouse wants to learn. Teach him. You can't just suggest something and then change your mind. Why are you called Sloth? What are you? It's useless talking to you. It's between one or two. Mouse wants to learn. Teach him.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you. Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
I'm not interested. Riddles? Are you joking? I accept your challenge, Sloth. Teach Mouse the bear form, or I will kill you. I think Evelyn is very book smart. She's how do I put this? She's book smart, but socially stupid. That's the best way I could describe her. So I think she'd be very comfortable with a game of riddles. Also, the reason why I went with, Mouse wants to learn, teach him, was just that the second one of, you can't say one thing and then change your mind, it sounded very petulant. And I don't imagine Evelyn is petulant. I accept your challenge, Sloth.
Truly? Oh, this gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
A desert, a boat, the moon, a map, an idea, a dream. A map?
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
A handle, my tongue, my temper, my breath, intelligence, a sword. My tongue?
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. What am I?
An annoying riddler, a liar, a you music, a book, a spider, a dream. A dream?
You are correct. Rather apropos here in the Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction. So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then and defeat your demon or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
Sweet! We now have a bear friend, except he's not really our friend because, Evelyn still doesn't trust him. Sloth demon. And I looked at the creature and it had become me. A veritable copy of my form, of my mind, stared back at me as if from within a mirror. I thought surely this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off guard. But as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with maneuvers that I recognized. It parried as I parried. It swung as I swung. It spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of sloth had no form or identity of its own. It is envy as much as sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from a transcribed deposition of Tyrannus, Templar Commander of Cumberland, 390 Towers. The most difficult assumption for some who study demons to overcome is the notion that a sloth demon is, in and of itself, slothful. If that were so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demon would cross the veil into our own world, or once here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own. And we know both of these things to not be the case. Certainly some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows? Perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this is the portion of the human psyche that they feed upon. Doubt, apathy, entropy. They seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look. And from its hiding place, it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of sloth could soon become a dilapidated pit where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change had even taken place. The sloth demon weakens, tires, tears at the edges of consciousness, and would much rather render its victim helpless than engage in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will, and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. I think Evelyn is probably thinking that Mouse is a sloth demon himself. Just because of what it said, they're a master of disguises, and, you know, a mouse and a former apprentice wearing the wrong robes, you know, what better disguises? For a unwitting apprentice going through their harrowing, they'd probably trust him implicitly.
As you say.
Get him! There we go. Oh wow, Mouse is doing a pretty good job. There we go. And last one. There we go. Now, I will say you can talk to Mouse, and it is an extremely interesting conversation. I mean, if I remember correctly, one of the conversation trees is something along the lines of, do you want me to kill you? Do you want to die because you've been stuck here for so long? It is very interesting, but it's not something that Evelyn would do. As I said, she just wants to get this over and done with. She wants this being to stop following her around, and she just wants to get out of the Fade. She wants to pass her harrowing. End of. Now then, this should be where the being is hanging out, the demon that we have to face.
And there is a spirit of rage.
I think Evelyn would be a little confused, maybe, about this. She's not a very wrathful person, and so the idea of, like, you know, why am I being pitted against a spirit of rage? If I was a very, you know, angry person who often gave in to such emotions, then I could understand them pitting me against this thing, but really? This? For me? Huh, okay.
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
It's 2 against 1. You really want to fight us both. If I lose, the Templars will still cut you down. Then come and get me if you can. Evelyn doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to become an abomination. But I think that there is a sense of relief that if I lose and this thing kills me and takes over my body, I won't do any damage. The Templars are right there, and my body will not be used to propagate those ideas that mages are dangerous. We need to be wary of mages. I mean, did you hear about Evelyn Amell? She killed like 20 people before, you know, she was stopped because of the abomination she created. She's glad that that won't happen. If I lose, the Templars will still cut you down.
They are welcome to try. So this creature is your offering, Mouse. Another plaything as per our arrangement.
I'm not offering you anything. I don't have to help you anymore.
Oh. And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules?
I'm not a mouse now, and soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
Okie doke. First off, I'm gonna take out the wisps, because if you focus on the demon, then you won't get a chance to kill the wisps. It's just a little bit of bonus XP. And you take it out. There we go. You too. Ooh, nice, a level. Okie doke. Now then, let me help you out, Mouse. There we go.
I have beaten one.
You did it. You actually did it. When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy.
It's all a little too easy. The ones you betrayed before me, what were their names? Sounds like your help was unusual. Why? Again, Evelyn doesn't think this thing wants to help her. And number 2 is playing into its narrative. And Evelyn doesn't want to go down that rabbit hole. As soon as you start buying into its narrative, then suddenly it becomes a heck of a lot easier to be like, oh yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I should just let go. It's fine. It's all a little too easy.
That is because you are a true mage. One of the few. The others, they never had a chance. The Templars set them up to fail, like they tried with you. I regret my part in it. But you have shown me that there is hope. You can be so much more than you know.
So what is it that you think you can get from me? Anything to survive, like an animal or worse. I understand necessity, what now? So what is it that you think you can get from me?
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
I'm starting to think the other demon wasn't my test. Let you in. I'll find mages away from the Templars. We'll get you out. Not my problem, Mouse. Yeah, Evelyn is backing up. She's grabbing her staff with her hand. I'm starting to think the other demon wasn't my test.
What? What do you... Of course it was. What else is here that could harm an apprentice of your potential? You are a smart one.
Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride. Keep your wits about you, Mage. True tests never end.
Are you alright? Say something, please.
Yeah, Evelyn, I think a pride demon makes a lot more sense for Evelyn. Just because she is very talented at what she does. And it's that idea that, you know, don't let your abilities get the better of you. Because you know, eventually it goes from like, oh yeah, I'm kind of good at this to I'm like one of the best at this. Thank you very much. Keep your pride in check. I like that. I like that for Evelyn. Jowan? A demon? Die, demon! Where am I? Is this the Fade? I think Evelyn can probably tell that she's awake. Jowan?
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from Harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
We're friends, but don't ask this. You know I can't tell you. It was harrowing. It was a test of ability, that's all. Stop pestering me, Jowan. Oh! And now that she's back in the real world, I have to think, what would real world Evelyn do? She'd tell him. Even though she's probably been told you can't tell people about the harrowing, she'd just tell anyone who wanted to know. She's very innocent and honest. If someone says, hey, what happened? She'd just be like, oh, well, this happened, da-da-da-da-da. Whoops. Shouldn't have said that. It was a test of ability, that's all.
There must be something more, or they'd tell the apprentices what's involved. I know I'm not supposed to know, but we're friends. Just a little hint and I'll stop asking, I promise.
I really shouldn't. I had to enter the Fade. Patience, you'll go through it soon enough. Again, she'd tell him, I had to enter the Fade.
Really? That's it?
No, I had to defend myself from demons, and if a demon possesses you, they kill you. Yep, that's pretty much it. No, I had to defend myself from demons.
That makes sense. They want to see if you can resist a demon and stop yourself from becoming an abomination. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
They'll summon you to the test when you're ready. Any day now, probably. Don't worry about it so much. I've passed my test. That's all I care about. I think either 1 or 2. I think Evelyn is of the opinion that, you know, they'll test you when you're ready for it. You shouldn't stress out about this so much. The more you stress, the less ready you'll be, that kind of thing. They'll summon you to the test when you're ready.
I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
Maybe you're just not ready yet. Doesn't everyone go through a harrowing? What are you talking about? You're just paranoid. What are you talking about?
The Tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
You worry too much. It's annoying. What's the rite of tranquility? They're not going to kill you, Jowan. What does this have to do with you? Evelyn would know what the rite of tranquility is, so she's not going to ask that. Yeah, Evelyn has faith in Irving and Gregor and, you know, all of the mages and Templars in charge of the tower. They wouldn't just murder Jowan. They're not going to kill you, Jowan.
They might not. But the rite of tranquility is just as bad, maybe worse. You've seen the Tranquil around the tower, like Owain who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless.
I think you're reading too much into it. What did they do to him? I'll watch for that the next time I talk to Owain. Again, she would know what they did to him. Maybe not the ins and outs, but I think she'd know the basics about tranquility. And yeah, she would have seen that herself. Yeah, I think she's trying to calm him down here. As I mentioned in her backstory, Jowan has been acting very oddly recently, and Evelyn, she's getting Reda vibes. And basically, Reda started acting oddly, and then she used blood magic to escape. And Evelyn really wants to keep an eye on Jowan. She doesn't want... Of course, Jowan could never be a blood mage. He wouldn't be so silly as to do that. But she still wants to keep an eye on him. Just make sure that he's doing okay and that he's not causing himself too much stress. I think you're reading too much into it.
I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
I should go talk to him immediately. What for? Where is he? She would know where he is. He's probably in his office, and he probably wants to congratulate her on passing her harrowing. I should go talk to him immediately.
You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Did you hear anything? Is she all right? Is she awake?
Why do you care? Are you best friends now?
I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen. He says she's very talented and very brave.
Well, he would, wouldn't he?
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was. He'd throw up every day for the next week just thinking about it.
I don't know if I'd necessarily call Evelyn brave, just because I don't think she really sees danger. You know, she doesn't realise that she's being brave and going into a dangerous situation. She's just like, oh, a door, let's go through it. I am out of time for this episode. However, I think I'm going to go through the codex entries that I got. Oh, just the one. Rage Demon. Encountered in the Fade, the true form of a rage demon is a frightening sight. A thing of pure fire, its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes two pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and the most powerful of its kind are able to lash out with bolts of fire, and even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple. Attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demons carry over their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts. But otherwise, the true form is mostly seen outside of the Fade when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do his bidding. Okie doke. So yes, I am out of time for this episode. In the next, we will explore the Circle Tower for a bit before going to find Irving. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.